Cover the lovely new Dragonbane Kickstarter. It started on June 3rd, and Free League was kind enough to send me a bunch of stuff to look at. We have a whole bunch of art that you're not going to see on the Kickstarter. We're also going to have some behind the scenes. We're going to take a look at the trailer, and then we're going to go through the Kickstarter quickly over the next 10 to 15 minutes and see if this duo, this 2-book Kickstarter, is good for you and your table. I am a big Dragonbane fan. Not only am I a large Dragonbane fan, I have converted my home setting of ETHAUNTIA, for those who are my Patreon already know, over to Dragonbane. So, for example, just to show you I have knowledge on this and that I love this system. This is ETHAUNTIA. It's 126 pages, no art, and it is nothing but me redoing my setting for Dragonbane. Kin, professions, the whole 9 yards. And you may be wondering, why? Why did I make something for something other than D&D? Well, I love their book. I love the fact that they teach people how to GM. I like the combat system. But what has been missing for me is I wanted to see how they produce a setting to make sure that I'm doing it right as well. And I really wanted more magic, because the magic system is great in Dragonbane. It's so much fun. It's so much fun that I have a hard time playing any other profession unless it has casting. And I know Todd from the show feels the same way. He always wants to play somebody who is a caster. So let's take a look at the video, what we get, what's involved with the Kickstarter, and then we're going to go through some of the extra art, spreads, and pieces like that as well. So let's take a look at the trailer really quick. A 44-second trailer. That makes me happy. This guy's art is some of my favorite art in the industry. Crushes it every time. The chat talked about him having a ribcage mask as a mallard, and I can't agree more. It is amazing that he has that. So 44 seconds, it's on Kickstarter. Obviously, these guys have already funded. We're currently at 525,000, almost 526,000 as of recording. Now, as of recording, that's been 14 days. There's 14 days left to go. Maybe it's a little more than that, but 14 days left to go. Here's what you're getting. You're getting Arkand, the City of Waves and Flame, and you're getting the Book of Magic. Can I just point out that I think that this is Evil Lyn? I feel like she beat up Skeletor, painted his Panther black, summoned all the dead Eternia warriors, and going to battle. I'm just saying, I get Evil Lyn vibes off this lady. And I'm good with it. I'm good with it. Young crush, man. Everyone had a crush on Evil Lyn when they were younger, right? Right? Think so? I did. So, the Book of Magic, it's been 2 years since release of Dragonbane. They're giving us 2 books, a full setting, and a full magic book. It's bringing not only new schools of magic, but spells from the previous ones and for the new ones, obviously. They give you some pictures of the spreads in here. They won a ton of fucking awards in the Ennies. I was actually here for the 2024 one, and I just watched them just keep walking up and snagging awards. They are the nicest people. And as somebody who reviews and looks over tabletop RPGs every week, their press kit that they send to us is phenomenal. And we'll get into that here in a minute. This company is just awesome. I have the chance to interview people from there just by emailing and asking to interview them. So early access a few months afterward. This is what we're going to get. You got 2 books to pick from, PDF, print, and collector's edition, right? On top of that, early access a few months afterwards, we're going to get the beta access for the PDFs. We got that when we did Dragonbane as well. They use it as a test bed, but also so you're getting something while you're waiting for the print runs to complete. I will say, most of the time Free League is damn near done with their products before they even go to Kickstarter. The art's in place, everything's done. They understand that trust is earned through showing your work. They're already unlocked a bunch of stuff, including this new mini, which, by the way, is amazing. We'll look at that in a little more depth, too. But this guy is like some Beastmaster mage that collects weird creatures. So I'm excited to see more of that. They have it in Swedish as well as in English. We also are selling the prints of these 2 pieces. I said during the live show, I really wanted to put up here. I would love a metal version from Displate to put up there for these 2 to hot swap them out. So let's talk about Arkland first. I believe it's Arkand, not land, Arkand. Newcomers, welcome to Arkand, the city of waves and flame. We've got everything you could possibly want. Bloody gladiator games with monsters, beasts, and late nights of enchanting song. Check. Shady taverns, dark gambling dens, and even darker dungeons. You bet. The world's finest tailors, greatest blacksmiths, and the most talented sorcerers. Absolutely. Buried artifacts from the Draconic Empire, lost pirate treasures, and newly made fortunes ripe for the taking. Guaranteed. But tread carefully. Arkand has sharp teeth, and you won't be alone in your quest. Now, this is some of the art for Arkand. I really want to show what this is. All right, check this out. Oh, these guys are so good. This is the art that they sent me to look over. And I feel like I need to show you this so you understand what this is. Look at this. We're gonna get this one. The audience loved the spider. I don't know if she's a queen. I don't know what this is in the Del Toro's name, but this thing, that's the monsters I want in my game. A sea creature, this crab-looking thing. Maybe it works for Lady of the Tides in my game. We got our new tavern. Looks really cool. This person, I don't know if they're carrying a helmet or a treasure or a duck head. I don't know. I do love this evil heraldry of the eye and their scarred eye. Love this. The map is gorgeous. I am gonna zoom in for this so you can see it a little bit better, but they got everything. Everything's on here. It has this great fantasy watercolor vibe to it. Like, this is a killer piece. And they really make you understand what you're getting in this city. I think this is a stupendous piece. I really, really do. So, pretty cool. We're gonna go through the other ones. We saw a little snippet of this in the Kickstarter, but I love it. This creepy looking bastard with masks and full of tendrils and tentacles and multiple arms and candles and little baby bat wings. I don't know what this thing is. I don't know if this is their new Nosferatu. I don't know if it's like a crypt walker, but it's dope. The miniature looks great. I think he'd be a great quest giver just to run your games around. And I have a feeling that might be what they do with him. Some new ogres just bullying people. I love Johann's pink elbows and stuff like that for the extremities. I like that he adds that in as his color choice. I don't know if this is a Viking mallard or a samurai mallard, but I'm here for it. She looks like a badass. More people stealing trinkets, robbing dungeons. I mean, it just goes on and on and on and on, and amazing pieces that you can get for this Kickstarter. I love this. The fact that they gave me this to show off is even cooler. So if we scroll down past this, they talk about the different pieces you get, from the Citadel of Broken Wings and the Temple of True Fire, high atop the Dragon Rock. There's also a Witless Unicorn Tavern, the Cracked Pearl Gambling Den. They're promising all of these sites and things you can do. They're talking about rumors, and they also talk about these 5 districts. And the fact that these 5 districts are going to get campaign seeds along with sites, and I believe, like, this is my guess. If you have the Dragonbane core rulebook, they have a questing log that you can roll on to make your own quest for you and your players. And it's really good. So good that I duplicated this in ETHAUNTIA and made custom versions of this for my setting to make it fit. So I'm wondering if we're going to get maybe a quest version of this for Arkand. I think it'd be pretty cool. And then even the journey. I would love a city journey one. How awesome would that be? 5 districts, places to go, rolling on where you're going from to, where you're coming from to where you're going, and really rolling the journey through a city could be a magnificent piece to add to Dragonbane. So I think when they talk about this, that might be what we're getting. I don't know that, but from designing to seeing how they design, I think that's the taste we're going to get. Just a little bit of that. Talk about the power struggles that are in it and everything that comes with it. They're also going to do a cloth map if they hit the add-ons. Don't worry. There's only 2 add-ons left that they need to hit. So they're already giving this out. This is already going to be a thing. And then we get the Book of Magic. How do I explain this? If you have played Dragonbane, when you cast spells, nothing feels better than that. Like, they have nailed spell casting in this system in a way that feels like risk reward without just risk. You can over tap into your hit points and you decide the die you want to use. Like, oh, I need at least 4 more willpower points to cast this spell. I can't do a D4. The risk is not good. I'm going to do a D6. You do a D6, you lose that many hit points, and you use them as willpower points. So there's some really fun things that you can do for overcasting, but the spells are like flexible. They got style to them. You roll to cast. You can crit with spells. You can fail with spells with mishaps. It's just awesome. So when they said they're going to bring out a Book of Magic, and that they're going to give us 5, I think, new, well, I'll just show you. They talk about more magic, new schools of magic, stronger magic, all that kind of stuff. The 5 new schools from Dragonbane are Harmonism, so I think that's going to be for your bards, Demonology, Necromancy, Witchcraft, and Illusionism. And then there's going to be spells for the previous schools of Animism, Elementalism, and Mentalism. Also, General Magic, which is something that all people can take that cast magic. This is killer. I can't wait for more spells, more stuff. So this is going to be pretty awesome. Obviously, Johan is doing this again and doing all the art for inside of it. You can see a few of the spreads. We'll look at these a little deeper. There's going to be collector's editions, this green and gold to match all the collector's editions you may already have. And then they are going to support Foundry and Alchemy out of the gate. The stretch goals. Let's talk about this briefly. Map of Arkand. Arkand. I can say it eventually. Arkand. New school, symbolism. I think this might be like glyph magic, which I'm excited for. Adventure site, the Hall Cleaver. Just look at all these little mallards ready to rock and roll. Magical items, something that I think everyone has asked about over in the Dragonbane Discord. They have constantly been making magical items and sites that people can download and use. Adventure site, Guild of Waves, more mallards. The miniature, which we already saw. Archelius has already been unlocked. The Soul Ink is going to be another adventure site. Book ribbons for the collector's editions. We got the Lair of Pontibus, which I don't know what that is. I love this ogre-looking dude. A new school of alchemy. That's a huge part in my game of ETHAUNTIA, so I'm excited for alchemy. And then a place of refreshment and friends and foes. These last 2 still need to be unlocked. But I want these standees. When I travel to Dragon Sandbox and other places, I have all the standees in a box. I use them for every fantasy game I run. They're so good. It's all Johan's art. Now, if you're wondering what these are, little tip to you, if you right-click this, you can just copy the image address and paste it in, and you can get a big version of this. These are all the reward levels for what you can get. There's extra sets of dice, honorable mentions. There's a bunch that you can do if you really want to go all in. But really, if you want to get in at a base level, the PDFs together, I believe it's a 398 SEK, but it's only 42 bucks if you want the PDFs. It's a pretty cheap pledge level to come in at. If you want both of the books in print, you can get that for 73. If you want both of the books in print, but you want the lovely collector's editions, I think it's like 136, 138. They do talk about shipping issues down here, but instead of bitching about it, all they did was say, hey, afterwards we're going to charge for shipping based on your location. We have 5 places that we ship to cut down the cost and ship out to everyone. So let me show you a couple of things. One, this is the cover for the setting. This is the cover for the magic. On top of that, here are some of the spreads that you can find and what they're going to look like. I wanted to give you a bigger look, like a better blown up look at these. Such a great set of art and what they do. They talk about who he is in guided tours. I love this. And they give him a stat block. Look at how small these stat blocks are for this game. He's a powerful character to have a column in Dragonbane. Demonology, it's gonna be one of the new casting styles as well. And they even give you a flow of the spells by rank for Demonology, which I think is really awesome. And they even give you a taste of some of the spells out of the gate and the magic tricks. Amazing. So this is kind of the stuff that you're looking at when you're looking at getting into this Kickstarter. I'm a Dragonbane fan. I think if I'm a Free League fan, I think everything they do is fantastic. And I think this piece here, for the price, is something you should add to your collection, even if it's just the PDF end of it. Maybe get the books later. Their collector's editions are still available for all the other things. All these things you say up here, you can still get collector's editions for the 2 core books and for the Path of Glory. But what do you guys think? Are you interested in this? Do you want a city? I know everyone's been begging for a campaign setting. We've all been begging for magic. Is this what you want for Dragonbane? Comment down below in the video and let me know what you're looking forward to. Is it the magic book? Is it the setting book? Because I want both. I really do. So that's it for me on EFP Live. If you're here live, stick around. The recording will be done. But for you who are watching this afterwards, we're trying to hit our 500. We're super close. We're like 192 or 492, 493. Help us hit the 500 so we can do some extra stuff on this channel. On top of that, don't forget, Mythic Bastion lands on Monday. We're going to be into our 2nd episode, and I'm putting replays out the following Tuesday. It cuts all the extra stuff out for you if you don't want to wait through the 10-minute timer, and those will come out for people as well. But if you want to be a part of that chat, I'll see you at 8 p.m.